It has been a handful of years now since both Final Fantasy IX and Kingdom Hearts 4 were leaked by Nvidia, leaving people to wonder when we'd hear anything substantial about both games and their development, or if the 9 remake is even real. What made this Nvidia leak even more promising is the fact that as the years went by, pretty much the majority of the games on the list were revealed and released. It just added that reassurance that these games were most likely very real. With the turmoil going on in the gaming industry right now, with the countless number of layoffs left and right by these big mega corporations, on top of the fact that Square Enix would see a major company reconstruction. It led many people to believe that their ongoing projects, including the rumored Final Fantasy IX remake, would never see the light of day. However, after some recent news of Kingdom Hearts coming to Steam for PC, a trusted leaker by the name of Midori would touch on several rumors regarding what Square is currently working on. That, in fact, Final Fantasy IX remake seems to be alive and kicking, with some very interesting Kingdom Hearts rumors as well. If you enjoy content like this, feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to keep up to date with anything JRPG. Now, this all started with recent news of the Kingdom Hearts series finally releasing on Steam after many years. And I think many people have been waiting for this, including myself. Not only is it coming to Steam, but we also have more information of Steam Deck compatibility, and of course Kingdom Hearts 4 info as well. With James from RPG Site saying here, "A few months back, I heard some rumblings from a source that Square Enix brought on a team to improve Steam Deck compatibility for these ports. They weren't 100% sure about the validity at the time, but they did mention June or July being the potential release date, so I believe it. Given that the Steam Deck is a much more powerful piece of hardware than, say, the Nintendo Switch, which also has Kingdom Hearts on it as well. Granted, it's the cloud version that nobody asked for. The Steam Deck could provide players with that handheld experience you just can't attain on an 8-year-old piece of hardware like the Switch. It'll more than likely be the best and only way you can play Kingdom Hearts in handheld mode for the foreseeable future." Now, Midori does add on to this by saying the following: "I heard something similar a few months ago too, but I didn't believe the information at the time. In February, someone sent a message about Missing Link, Kingdom Hearts 4, and the Steam ports, but I did not know the source at the time. But it is looking like their information is correct, but I was not familiar with the Kingdom Hearts series. They said the Steam ports were in development since last summer. A company named Bitgroove is working on Missing Link, and the next beta test would be in April. Kingdom Hearts 4 has some small online features and looks very different from the first trailer. The code name is Quattro, and obviously anybody up to the series will probably recognize that Quattro, or the number 4, is nodding to the lost city in Kingdom Hearts 4 named Quadratum. But the exciting thing here is the fact that it also reads how different Kingdom Hearts 4 will look compared to the first trailer. Of course, the first trailer we had was 2 years ago on April 10th, and it comes to no surprise that the game will probably look significantly better than the first time we saw it. With Kingdom Hearts 4, it was said that the game was using Unreal Engine 5 and moving away from Unreal 4 they initially started with, all to really push the visuals for the PS5. I mean, the graphical jump from Kingdom Hearts 2 to 3 was absolutely huge. I don't expect a big jump like that again, but the visuals in the first trailer already looked even better than Kingdom Hearts 3, and that game was already stunning. It also says that KH4 will have online features, and honestly, that can mean anything. My guess is that there will be some type of arcade mode to put your skills to the test against players around the world. Or maybe, just maybe, it's hinting at co-op gameplay. One can only wish. Lastly, Midori does add on that the entire series and Kingdom Hearts 4 might come to the next Nintendo hardware. That means not only the Kingdom Hearts series as a whole, but even Kingdom Hearts 4, which is running on Unreal 5. No more scuffed cloud alternatives, but games that can actually run natively on the console, at least when the Switch 2 releases. Hopefully with that news, we won't have to wait too long for Kingdom Hearts 4 to at least get another trailer, or at least a release date. But with the track record of Kingdom Hearts, Probably not. Regardless, I am hyped to finally get back into the world of Disney mixed with Final Fantasy again. That is, if they decide to add Final Fantasy characters back into Kingdom Hearts. Speaking of Final Fantasy, the Nvidia leaks also point to not only Kingdom Hearts 4, which of course has already been revealed, but also the Final Fantasy 9 remake that has been heavily rumored for years. Now, Midori would go on to answer a slew of different Square Enix related questions. She starts off by saying here, Team Asano is doing development research on an XR title for Square Enix. XR meaning extended virtual reality, and I know people are probably looking at that XR thinking about Final Fantasy X Remake, but unfortunately, I have to say that is not the case, as Midori then responds to a question asking if there are any other remakes from Square Enix in the works, to which Midori responds yes, but there is not a Final Fantasy X remake title in development. So for those who were hoping for a Final Fantasy X remake anytime soon, well, you're gonna have to wait till after Final Fantasy IX or maybe even longer. As right after that, another user asks, but is the Final Fantasy IX remake real then? With Midori saying this is correct information. Now, if this came from any other source, this would probably be met with a lot more skepticism. However, Midori currently has one of the most accurate track records in the industry. Everything she shares, especially recently, has been extremely consistent to what gets officially announced. So not only do we have the Nvidia leaks of games that have almost all been released now, but Final Fantasy IX has yet again been confirmed by one of the most reliable sources in the gaming industry. It's also interesting when you realize that Final Fantasy XIV's new expansion, Dawn Trail, is FF9 themed, with Zidane, Garnet, and even mounts to collect within the game. Not only that, but Dawn Trail also has a whole location named after one of Zidane's limit breaks in Final Fantasy IX. That doesn't even mention that an anime for 9 is also in development, which has also been confirmed. Is it a coincidence that we're getting all of this 9 content so suddenly? I think not. So for all the Final Fantasy IX fans, I think you could rest easy knowing that there is something big on the horizon. Moving back to the Kingdom Hearts side of things, Midori also speaks about potential future collaborations for the series, saying more outside IP collaboration is planned for the Kingdom Hearts series in the future. That line, more IP collaboration in the future. We all know the biggest crossover yet with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that literally shook the internet when it happened. Could we possibly see even more collabs from games outside of Square Enix? And even if those collaborations are within Square Enix, I think many would lose their minds over seeing Sora in Final Fantasy XIV, as the game is known to welcome crossover events anytime they can. If Yoshi P can get the Nier series over to his game, then I have faith that one day he can also get My Friends Are My Power, the character, into his game as well. As you are probably well aware, Square has very wild expectations when it comes to their game sales. And while Final Fantasy XVI and Rebirth did well, with both receiving critical acclaim, they in fact didn't meet the high-end expectations that Square had initially set. It doesn't help that most of their games have been exclusive to PlayStation, further hurting sales numbers at launch. Hopefully, with this rumored 9 remake, it'll be the start of a good pipeline for Square Enix. But you tell me, are you excited to finally see more Kingdom Hearts 4 and play the entire collection on PC or even on your Steam Deck? And how do you feel about the recent rumors about Final Fantasy IX Remake? Hopefully now with these recent rumors, we won't have to wait too long for the answers.